Hi guys, I'm back. I've wet down the hair, got her all wet down, ready to add those layers into the bob. I'm not going to do a traditional layering where you section it off section by section. I'm going to do a quick way of kind of going and getting your layers established. At my job, we have a lot of educational classes. So I definitely recommend, I don't care how long you've been in the industry, always be willing to learn new things, always be willing to enhance your abilities. That is always a good thing. So now that we wet down the hair, I've learned that you can take a section of the middle and kind of comb it up towards you. If you need to get a smaller section, you can, on how much you can handle in your hand. And just kind of comb up that section and then cut it and drop it down. See how it lays. Take another section. Comb it up. Bring it towards you. Let's see, it's about 2 inches. I'm taking about, let me measure that again. It's about 3 inches of hair that I'm taking off and cutting that. And we're doing everything behind the ear. We're not going into anything in front of the ear. And we're bringing it midway. We're combing it up towards you, bringing it midway. And depending on how much layer the client is wanting to have, that is what you would talk about during the consultation. Seeing how this is just my mannequin, I'm just doing whatever I want to do. And I'm taking off 3 inches of hair into the layering, not at the bottom, it's into the layering. Behind the ear, not going into the sides, the right side and the left sides of their hair. So if you can see this, the layers start right here. This is where your guideline is going to be. And then, can you see that? I'm gonna whoosh that up, let you see where those layers are. So you see where that guideline is, and then you're gonna have them lean their head down. Now you can start with the sectioning, so you can make sure that bottom is going to be tapered. Take smaller sections if you can't hold on and you can't see that guideline. Still angling the hair. Bringing that hair, pulling it back to see what needs to be cut off. See that? See that? And then, of course, this mannequin is moving. Hopefully your client doesn't move like that. Bringing it all the way down to the guideline. We're not taking anything off that bottom layer. And then we're gonna do the other side. Then we're gonna come back and I'll show you how to do the front side on the right and the left. I'll be back. All right, guys, I'm back. Layering both sides of the bob and bring it up to an angle. Make sure it's all coming down to an angle of a bob. Like I said, it just depends on how much of a wedge, how much of a tapered that they want. If they want it real tapered at the bottom, I would start with like a number 8 guard and just do the bottom of the hair and see if that's short enough. If they want it even more tapered, just get a smaller guard and just until they are wanting, and then start that wedge up here and then make it more drastic. But yeah, there we go. So I'm gonna go to the left side, and I usually sit their head up, take it back, grab some hair. Let's see, my mannequin stand is so loose. Take smaller sections if needed and bring it back to that guideline. Another section, because we don't want to mess up the bob. We're just adding layers. So we're bringing it back. See, all of that is where I'm going to be cutting. That's where my guideline is. Taking another section, bringing that back. She's the worst client ever. She keeps moving her head. Back to the guideline. Still keeping the bob intact, just adding layers to it. Of course, your client head isn't going to be moving like this. It's a hard-headed mannequin. No, but seriously, guys, we're just bringing that hair back to that guideline so we don't mess up the bob, and we're just adding some layers in to the bob. And since my mannequin keep moving, I just kind of combing it down and bringing it back so I can make sure that the hair is getting layered the way that I want it to. And I'm going to do the other side, and then I will be back. Okay, I am done with layering both sides. Now, what I recommend is you double checking the bottom, making sure everything is even at the bottom of her hair, of her neck, making sure everything is even before you style it out and everything. Make sure, bring the guideline back, make sure everything is falling the way you want it to fall. In the front, lift the head up, Go tell the client to look at you. Check the front. Make sure it's at a point. Make sure nothing is off balance. And that you don't need to kind of go back and check with the guideline. Bringing it back to your guideline. Try to remember not to mess up the angle on how you're bringing your guideline back, because it can mess up how the layers are going to lay once you get done with the cut. So I am going to style her out and show you what she looks like. She is all layered up and ready to be styled. Hey guys, we're back. I styled her out. We're done with the layers. Like I said, I bring that back to the guideline. So it's not heavy layers in the front, but you can always make heavier layers in the front. And I just blow dried it out and flat ironed it so you guys can see how that layer look on the mannequin. And always ask the client, do they want a more softer look? Use the texturizing shears for a softer look. But there you go. And then the part is in the middle. You check, make sure that's even. You can always switch up the part. Her little swoop going. I think it's cute. It turned out really cute. I just did a real quick blow dry and tried to flat iron it real fast. What you guys think? Nice little bob with some layers in it.